Hello and welcome to Art and Visual Thinking. My name is James Small. I'm the professor for the class. Now, this video will walk you through basic first steps, just like going to an actual class. So let's start by taking a look at the syllabus, and then we'll take a look through Blackboard. So there's your basic syllabus information, which you'll be able to find on Blackboard under the syllabus tab. Here's my contact information as well as cell phone if you need to reach me. Basic course description, what you should be able to do upon successful completion of the course, specific art-related practices, some additional information in regard to helping with support, the help desk, Office of Online Learning, the required materials. There is a textbook, The Everyday Work of Art by Eric Booth. So you're going to need that book because we are going to have weekly reading assignments as well as questions that relate to it. Again, this is an art class, so you are going to need specific art materials. Everything you're going to need is listed right here. If you are on campus at Northampton in the college bookstore, you can find a combined kit that will provide you with everything that you need. You do not have to buy the kit, of course. You are more than welcome to purchase these materials wherever you want. So drawing, multi-purpose drawing paper, tablet, essentially like a sketchbook, 9 by 14. An ebony pencil is a dark pencil. It's a very dark quality. Stick of compressed charcoal, kneaded eraser. Those are going to be needed to do the charcoal project. Pastels, so we will do a pastel project. An acrylic paint set, because there will be an acrylic painting. Bristle paintbrush and a sable paintbrush. One's a little rougher and the other one is much smoother. In order to make your painting, you're going to need a canvas board. You're going to need one piece of 100% rag paper, watercolor paper, set of watercolors as well, and one box of air dry clay. White is preferred. Red would also work. So again, this is an online art course, so you are going to need a digital camera in order to take pictures of your projects. You can, in fact, use your phone, and that will work fine. A digital camera would probably work a bit better, however. It's going to be important that you take high-quality pictures of your artwork. You could make something beautiful and take a terrible picture, and myself as well as your classmates will not be able to tell how great your piece is. So it's going to be very important that you do, in fact, make good work. Photographs. General college policies, these are the same basic aspects of you're going to see with any syllabus, things that we are required to place on the syllabus. Again, it's important that you attend the class. In order to attend the class, you have to be participating. So if you do not participate for 2 consecutive weeks, that would make it seem as though you had simply stopped attending. So I do have the ability to withdraw you from the course. Again, academic honesty policy, particularly with an online course, it's important that you're doing your own work. You are responsible for the work. Again, my responsibilities are listed here. Academic honesty. So again, you need to follow the guidelines. You need to not have other people make your work. You need to not plagiarize. So these are basic things you are going to find again on any syllabus that you're going to look at. So looking at instructor-specific policies are going to be important. So your projects are going to be due on Sunday by midnight. So we'll have a weekly projects. Again, this is a condensed class, so we only have a 10-week period for the class instead of the full semester. So therefore it is a bit accelerated, and the volume of work is equal to a 16-week semester. So we will have modules each week, and your projects are due by midnight on every Sunday for each week. Again, net etiquette, this is specific to online learning. Again, it's important that you behave properly. In essence, this is how you behave is the main point. Be mindful of others and be respectful is the simple point. Instructional plan, how will your grade be calculated? So the projects you're going to make, the actual artwork themselves, is going to be worth about 30%. 400 total points, each project will be worth 40 points. You're going to need to respond to your classmates' images. So we will be using a blog posts where you'll be placing your images and then you'll be making responses to others. That's going to equal 20% of your grade. 25% of your grade will be responses to guiding questions that will relate to the textbook. There will be a midterm paper and there will be a final paper. Those will be each worth 150 points, so that's going to come up to about 12.5%. There's your basic grade scale, course calendar for assignments. Again, your projects are going to be due by midnight, and everything is going to fit within the modules. So here's a basic layout of each class module that'll take us over the entire 10-week period until the final exam period, where your final project will be due May 14th at noon. So the subject, this is of course subject to change. If anything therefore needs to change, I will be able to do that if need be. So let's take a quick look at Blackboard. And on Blackboard, you do have some, you will see the syllabus will be found here under the syllabus tab. There is some basic information here. Again, my contact information is listed here under your instructor. You will find announcements placed here. Again, if I need to make announcements to let you know about things, that's where you'll find those. Begin here is going to have information in general about utilizing online classes. So this is not real specific to the class. You do have access to Microsoft Office software. The BioSig ID enrollment, you need to take care of that, and that's going to be our way of making sure that you're doing your own work. But the bulk of everything here is really going to be under learning content. So again, there's your BioSign enrollment again is listed there. One of the first tabs here in my video that I'm currently making will appear in this same area. Under How Do I? So a number of things here in relationship to how do I do specific things. So embedding your image in a discussion via a PDF post, submitting assignments through Blackboard. Some questions on plagiarism. Now, resizing your images. So when you take pictures with either your cell phone or digital camera, it's possible your images will be too large. In order to make those connect to fit into the correct format. Since you have access to Microsoft Office through the course, you will be able, through these instructions here, to compress the sizes of your images correctly. You can also take a look at this video here through YouTube, how to resize a photo in iPhoto. So if you have a Macintosh computer, you might want to use this method. How to photograph your artwork. So this is going to be important. Again, you could make some fantastic art, and if you take poor pictures of it, and that's what you post on Blackboard, your classmates and myself are not going to know how good it was. So please take a look at this video, how to photograph your artwork. This is set up in a simple manner using natural light as well as a simple digital camera as opposed to in a higher end professional approaches. So let's go back to learning content and take a quick look through. So just as on the syllabus, you're going to see that each module is laid out here. So you can take a look through and you'll see some of the basic projects we're going to work on, and you're going to see them from one class to the next. You will have a midterm research paper that is stated right here. That's going to be Module 5, right in the middle. So each of these is going to offer you explanations on the different projects we'll be making. Final 2 weeks will take us through to the final project. It's the basic outline of things. Let's just take a look at Module 1 so you can see a little more on the inside. So again, we have some specific learning objectives which will be for each course. This first project is called a Zentangle. We have an example of one here. This is a sort of a basic approach to making a piece of art that is design related. So we do have this basic layout here to help get you started. There are two different video tutorials here that you can link to, so take a look at those. And again, it's also important that you understand how to critique art. Again, part of what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at your classmates' work and you're going to be critiquing that work. So we have some descriptive words for critiques, how to critique artwork tips. You're going to want to look at this information as well, and that's going to be important for each class. So that's the basic information there. Here's your guiding questions, and again, this is going to relate directly to the textbook. So the textbook itself, you're going to read Chapter 1. We have some specific questions here, and that's going to kick you right into the discussion forums. You go into the discussion forum, you're going to find guiding question 1. You're going to click on that. You're going to create a thread, and then you're going to have responses from your fellow classmates. So that can also be found right over here under Learning Content on Discussion. And if we go back to Learning Content, we can go back again to Module 1. So again, we also have your bio signature ID here. We're going to use a blog setup. And in the blogs, you are going to have specific questions to answer. So this is where you're going to post your image, as well as once your image is in place, in 200 to 300 words, write about the process of creating the Zentangle. And then everyone can read that, look at each other's pieces of art, and we'll have those blogs posted. We are also going to have the project itself. So here is Project 1 Zentangle. Gives you, again, the basic description of the project. This is showing you exactly when it's due. It's going to be due next Sunday, March 4th, by the end of the day. It is a 40-point project. So you are simply going to go in here, and you are going to browse to your computer, and then you're going to find your piece and upload that to me, and then you will click Submit, and I will then receive that in the grading area. So that is the basic approach that we will take for each course. So you're going to, again, each module. So again, you're going to have guiding questions to answer. They're going to relate to the textbook. You're going to have the project itself. So each project under each module is going to have some description of that project. And you're going to have, again, the questions to answer. Then you're going to create your blog post, which is going to include the image of your artwork and a statement about the artwork. But you also have to upload the artwork to me directly for grading here under the project itself. So each week is going to work this way. If you want to look ahead, you will see that they all are here. Each module is laid out. Now, again, this is an accelerated course, as I said, so we do need to cover the same amount of material. So by the time we're reaching Module 4, when we're working on the acrylic painting project, we will increase the reading to both chapters 4 and 5, and then there will be additional questions. You will find, as you enter into these, that there is going to be some additional information, such as a study guide to help you. So here we are working with a study guide in relationship to the charcoal project, and these are things that you should look at and think about these questions before you actually make the project. In addition to that, additional resources such as the elements and principles of design. These are important concepts that again, should help to guide you. Some of this will be in the form of PowerPoints, which you can then download, and you'll be able to take a look at those PowerPoints, such as this one here on the art principles. So this will walk you through these basic concepts of emphasis, pattern, ballast, contrast, repetition, rhythm, proportion, and movement. These are essential to all artwork, and whether you realize it or not, these are used in everything. And you're going to find these elements are going to exist throughout art and the history of art. So these PowerPoints will be additional resources for you. A few PDF files here as well. So it is important to take a look through at each one. This spells out the basic rubric in relationship to scoring for your discussion questions. And again, you're going to have the actual instructions on how to make your charcoal drawing in this particular case. So each module should contain everything you need. So you're going to go to the module and take a look through it, and you'll see information there. So again, I've even got, getting started early. We have the final project laid out here by Module 4, and that won't actually be completed till the end of the semester. But it does, I have it in there at a couple of different points so that you'll get a sense of, what you're going to need to do. The midterm report, which will be due at the end of Module 5, you're going to find the first basic information you need about it right here in Module 2. So here's your instructions for it, and you'll be able to walk through and read each of these steps. And again, there's those very important principles of design that you're going to need to understand, and it's going to help guide you in your work. So each element of that is laid out here. You're going to need to visit different art locations, art places to see art in Pennsylvania, and this is a resource of a number of different locations from York